BEIN TV, connected to your world.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of BEIN News Updates. We bring you news that made headlines during the week, broadcasting from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Khadija Tukubra Keilani. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube at BEIN TV. Well, a lot has happened during the week, and some of the top stories include the reshuffle in Parliament, which has affected the minority side of the House, that is Haruna Idrisu and his deputy, Mutaka Mubarak Asawasi MP, and also GFA boss Alhaji Jawula has also been laid to rest after a bout of illness in the United States. And in business, the cedi to continue stability against the dollar. This and many other stories in details in a moment. Thank you for staying with us and the story in details. The Education Ministry says enough foodstuff has been sent to the various senior high schools across the country. It has assured that government was making some arrangements to ensure that other commodities that are not readily available will be transported soon. This comes on the back of reports of food shortage in schools again.
Head of Public Affairs at the Education Ministry, Kwesi Kwarteng, said truckloads of food have been deployed to schools. He said they are loading the trucks with food and they will make sure that they are delivered to the schools. He said in terms of food supply in the various schools, indeed some have reached the schools already and lots of the schools have adequate supplies. But they are making sure that arrangements are made for other commodities for which they need supplies. He admitted there are challenges with the food shortages in some senior high schools in the country. According to him, the challenge is real, adding that he is aware of how some heads of second cycle institutions struggle to provide decent meals to boarding students. Having assured guardians about government's willingness to resolve the crisis, he however lamented the creation of 4 stories on food shortages in senior high schools.
Tributes are pouring in from across the footballing world for Lipura Alhaji Nuruddin Jawula, former president of the Ghana Football Association GFA. The 74-year-old former football administrator died on Saturday in the United States of America after a bout of illness and was laid to rest on Sunday, 23rd of January 2023, in line with Islamic traditions.
Burial prayers were said in the memory of Alhaji Jawula in the family house at Accra, Newtown, done simultaneously with the committal ceremony in Nashville. The Ghana Football Association GFA, Ministry of Youth and Sports, National Sports Authority NSA, and many football associations across the continent expressed their pain at the loss, lauding the Lipura for his service to the football. Lipura Jawula is regarded as one of the finest football administrators, having chaired the Black Starlet team that won gold at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Ecuador 1995. He has held numerous high-profile positions in the corridors of football. Born in 1949 by Pembinwura Jawula Ababiu, a former CPP party chairman and the only child of his mother, Lipura Jawula attended the University of Cape Coast, where he read English and economics for his first degree before graduating with master's degree from the University of Ghana, Legon, in African literature and social policy.
The Member of Parliament for the Ayawaso East constituency, Honorable Nazir Mahama Toure, in collaboration with the NDC's Community Medical Services, organized a free health screening exercise for the Ayawaso East municipality in Accra.
The health screening exercise was aimed at helping the less privileged in healthcare assistance, treatment and advice, and to also ensure a healthy living in the municipality. The healthcare professionals were headed by Dr. Kadri Mahama of the 37 Military Hospital.
Medical outreach to the zone group so that the zone group people will get first-hand medical care. We also talk to them in terms of preventive measures in healthcare, and also to screen them and those who are ill so that we can take them to what they call it, the hospitals. And also, as part of our program, we're also doing some free national health insurance registration. And so far, we've had
Honorable Nasir Turi, the MP for the area, pledged his support and commended the medical health service providers. He also promised that there will be more of such at least 2 or more times in a year. He urged the community and every citizen to be more concerned about their health for a healthy nation.
Today, we are here for a health screening to check on our health. I personally went around in my constituency and saw that lots of people want to take care of their health, but they do not have the funds to do so. I took it upon myself to organize a health screening for everyone to take care and check on their health. Anyone who passed through today is free to go around and have a full health screening. We have a lot more beneficial programs to help the community, but we are starting with the health screening because health is life.
The people were screened for various ailments and medicines were dispensed to the patients with the support of the Member of Parliament. The Ayawaso East constituency chairman of the NDC, Mohammed Ramini Alabi, the vice chairman of the community, Honorable Haj Haq Ibrahim Dengaladima, and Honorable Rukayatu Ilyas Yusuf, the assemblywoman of the constituency, all commended the MP.
Members of this community have expressed their gratitude towards the MP for catering and caring for them in the right way, and that gladdens their hearts. The service that was provided at the screening was well needed, including the HIV test, but next time, illnesses which are feared to be tested by the masses like the hepatitis B should be brought to aid the awareness of these illnesses. We thank the MP for catering and caring for our health. We thank him and appreciate him.
So far the wanda aka kawo ga da yayi don ka duba cikin rayuwar mu kananan ciwon da ke damu mun nan shine aka kawo amma mun reach next time aka su hepatitis B don mutane mu na soro irin wadannan test ba wanda zai yarda ya je hospital je test hepatitis B kamar yadda aka kawo HIV at least mun ya mu convince mutane mu musu magana su je su yi wannan test yasa next time da mun reach a kara da yawa kai so the community na benefits more. The name of Dr. Bani, as assemblywoman of the area, more the doctors nan ke collaborate. Saboda yau baka gira kana ciwo sannan ka je hospital. Kaka gira ka health screening cikin community ka sannan ka je hospital. Abin da ke da damuwa BP kana na yafi muna check BP mu sosai. Ka fara samun matsala cikin BP ka. Yafi ka san kamar wani abu na da damuwa cikin jikinka. Esa na advice community na ko mutane na check up na da kyau kaka gida shi kana ciwo sannan ka je hospital don ka bari yayin rest shi zama wani abu daban cikin system.
Some medical professionals also shared their thoughts on the screening exercise.
Oh, for now they are much pin one because pinaye. Because I don't know, ebi mo omo say omo wo ebi mo so mo wa e be ha omo ebi mo so ma wo e ha omo so mo mpe so mbe wo si se ya ba obe mi mu asa e pi so mo mbe ba na any injections I want to make vaccines na different your Pfizer your Johnson if you want Pfizer kakwa ni awo Johnson kakwa it depends on for mo ba mo be wo.
Some of the people of the community who took part in the exercise expressed their joy and satisfaction.
Alhamdulillah, wallahi mun ji dadi sosai don abin da muke so a zuwa mana community na shi aka zo aka yi
mu da kanmu kowa bai da lafiya wallahi komai yayi fine mu dai na ji dadin shi an duba ido na yayi fine kuma cikin ikon Allah ya saka ma wannan abu alheri godiya da mu mishi on behalf of mu dukan da aka duba muna mishi godiya Allah kara mishi karama Allah kara mishi arziki yanda ya kokari ya tuna da mu ya kamu da wanga lamari batun ciwo duba ciwo kowa na tafiya bai da lafiya yau wani na nan mai tashi je hospital ma yana mishi wuya cikin ikon Allah ya kawo nisa kusa abin ya auna ba ya kamu da shi kusa kowa ya tashi yan unguwa duka sun fito yan kasuwa duka sun zo Allah ya saka mishi da alheri muna mishi godiya sosai abin da yasa gaba yake ubangiji Allah bi wannan ga suna bin da mu da hankuri da ladabi da jin daji wallahi suna kokari sun taimake mu ni ban da godiyan da zai musu honorable McNaza zan gode mu wallahi ya rika dukiyar mutane ya dura dukiyar mutane ya muna kokari ganin ka je hospital 5 days ka biya 3 million kamin maganin kai kare 3 million amma nan yanzu ban biya ko ba
an baki magunguna
an bani magunguna guda kare na je na si albarkacin McNaza wallahi mutanen ga suna duba mu da kwanciyar hankali da ankuri ba da fada ba suna duban mu muna jin dadi albarkacin McNaza wallahi ban taba gani aka ba albarkacin shi mun gani ne.
And away from that, the former Minority Chief Whip Mutaka Mubarak says the leadership of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, in Parliament was never consulted ahead of the changes in the front bench. At a press conference, the Asawasi legislator insisted that assertion that there were comprehensive discussions ahead of the move are false. The event took place on Saturday, 21st day of January 2023.
Addressing journalists, Muntaka Mubarak said at no such meeting was there any agenda to discuss the reshuffle. He said though the letter was written by the General Secretary, the decision may just be that of a few people in the party. The NDC on Tuesday reshuffled its leadership in Parliament by appointing Ajumaku Enyan Esiam legislator Dr. Kesel Atuforsen as the new minority leader. In the shake-up, MP for Ketu North, James Kluse Avedi, and the MP for Aswasi Muntaka Mubarak lost their positions as deputy minority leader and minority chief whip respectively. But the development has not gone down well with Muntaka, despite a meeting scheduled for Tuesday, January 31st this year, between the minority and the party leadership to settle some differences. Meanwhile, the new leaders addressed the press concurrently at the NDC headquarters. Aswasi NDC constituency executives are calling for the reinstatement of their MP, Muntaka Mubarak.
Parliament will resume sitting on Tuesday, February 7th, after legislators took a break for the Christmas and New Year holidays. A statement signed by Mr. Alban Sumani Kingsford Bagwin, Speaker of Parliament.
The statement said, the Speaker of Parliament, by Clause 1 of Article 112 of the 1992 Constitution, appointed Parliament House Accra to be the place of the meeting. The meeting will be held on Tuesday, 7 February this year, 10 o'clock in the forenoon at the time when the third session of the 8th Parliament of the Fourth Republic commences. Parliament on Thursday, December 22 last year, adjourned for the Christmas break after passing the appropriation bill for the 2023 fiscal year. The break also marked the end of the third meeting of the second session of the 8th Parliament of the Fourth Republic. The new parliamentary session is likely to come with a new leadership from the opposition NDC, as there has been a change from the minority caucus announced by the NDC's General Secretary Fifi Fiavi Kote. Dr. Kesel Atuforsen has taken over from Haruna Idrisu as the new minority leader, while Koku Agboza becomes the chief whip who replaces Aswasi MP, Muntaka Mubarak.
Away from politics, in other stories, the Chala Kusuntu tribe of the Otu region of Ghana celebrated the coronation ceremony of Nana Jowubele Kanya Akanka I in Accra. The coronation took place at the Kotobabi Wembley Park on Sunday, January 22nd, 2023.
The coronation was graced by the National Chief Imam of Ghana, Sheikh Usman Nuhu Sharbutu, New Odoi Kwao family of La and Akwa of Accra State Land, Manche La Lenshi, represented by Ni Tete Ofro Osu, the head of family, Mike Ni Odoi Laye, Benjamin Tete Yemo, the Prince of Gas State Lands, Usman Hafiz Yemo Tete, Ni Akwa Shong of Jamestown, British Accra, and other dignitaries. The special guests shared their thoughts, encourage and advise the people of Kusuntu, their youth and that of other tribes to value their culture and tradition and pursue education.
Every growing child needs to know his or her roots, because when you adopt someone's tribe and work with it, you become a follower. Now that the Kusuntu tribe have a chief and is working on with its morals, for their children to learn and know their roots and where they are from, because culture, they say, does not make you forget where you come from.
Activities at the coronation ceremony included words of wisdom, wise sayings in the Chala Kusuntu tribe, with cultural and traditional display of drumming, music, dancing, and other interesting activities. BEIN News spoke to some people that graced the occasion who shared their views on the coronation.
Kusuntu tribe is from Ghana. Our land is at Chala Kusuntu. Our people are there. We have done well to go and see them and are now one people. We are here to coronate our paramount chief, and that is the essence of the gathering. The importance of the unity among the Kusuntu tribe is because we need to raise the country. The country is dead. The paramount chief of Chala, Nana Kanewu Chebre, came to meet the people of Chala Kusuntu worshipping idols and lesser gods. After fighting with them, they stopped idol worshipping and became Muslims.
Also in business, the Ghana Association of Banks, GAB, and the government of Ghana have reached an agreement regarding the terms of the domestic debt exchange program. The association says it's pleased to reach such an agreement with the government of Ghana. It says it would help in addressing the economic stability and accelerate Ghana's economic growth.
This could be a significant milestone in addressing the country's current economic challenges as government races against time to secure an international monetary fund program to remedy the situation in the country. In a joint statement, both parties have agreed to pay 5% coupon for 2023 and a single coupon rate for each of the 12 new bonds, resulting in coupon rates of 9%. The association notes that participation of its members in the program per the new terms is subject to each bank's internal approval processes. Following the first announcement of the domestic debt exchange program on December 5th, 2022, the government entered into advanced discussions with multiple stakeholders. These discussions resulted in the amendment of the terms of the offer, which was announced on 24th December 2022 to expire on 16th January 2023 and further extended to January 31st. The government says a successful domestic debt exchange program is critical to advance Ghana's economic recovery process, and therefore it is our common interest to make it work.
Still on business, the Ghana cedi is expected to further stabilize against the US dollar on the back of continuing Bank of Ghana support. The cedi traded at a mid-rate of 12.90%, losing 1.55% value to the American dollar the past week. This is against about 7.48% the previous week.
The local currency's performance has been better as it continues its stability in the retail or forex market. It is being quoted at 10.36 cedis to $1 on the interbank market. Last week, the first batch of the gold for oil butter, which is 41,000 metric tons of oil, arrived. The central bank increased its intervention, selling about $168 million to cushion the corporate demand for the foreign exchange, easing demand pressures on the US dollar. Presently, the cedi is selling at 15.60 cedis to the pound and also trading at 13.70 cedis to the euro. Fitch Solutions had said it sees the local currency stabilizing as the country's external debt restructuring process becomes clearer and the International Monetary Fund Executive Board approves the $3.0 billion program that reached a staff-level agreement in December 2022.
In some international stories, Nigeria has opened a $1 billion Chinese-built deep-sea port in Lagos, which is expected to ease congestion at the country's ports and help it become an African hub for transshipment, handling cargoes in the transit for other destinations.
The newly opened port is expected to have an economic impact on the African giant and its West African neighbors. The vast 1.5 billion Lekki deep sea port, which took 6 years to complete, will serve as a gateway for cargo vessels in the region. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the new facility will create about 200,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly, and generate billions of dollars in revenue for the country. The port is expected to reduce the high cost of bringing goods into the country by reducing the vessel turnaround time, which has hampered business at the country's other ports. Lagos currently relies on old and congested ports whose waters are unable to dock larger vessels and contribute to traffic congestion within the city.
And this is all we have for you on our news updates. For more stories, log on to BEINamultimedia.com. My name is Khadija Kubra Keilani. Good evening and do enjoy the rest of our programs.